In this episode, let's have a look at the new RØDE VideoMic Pro, which has been recently redesigned with a new capsule and a new shock mount system. Just today, RØDE announced the new VideoMic Pro, their most popular mic of all time, their best-selling mic. They redesigned it recently, and today is May 19th, 2015. They actually sent it to me about a week ago, and I've been testing it out, evaluating it. So in the spirit of full disclosure, this was actually provided to me, and this is not going to be a full review, but more a demonstration of what you could expect to get out of this mic when you're using it in a variety of different ways. Now again, this has been their most popular mic. It was released, the original version was released in 2010, I believe it was. So it's been around for 5 years. And the two main things that they redesigned here are, first of all, the capsule, which is supposed to have lower noise now, self-noise, and also they redesigned the shock mount system to be in line with several of their other microphones, namely using the RØDE lyre system, which is a composite that is sort of like a plastic that does a better job at isolating the mic from movement, say for example from a boom pole, than the rubber band system of the previous version. There are a number of settings on the mic. You have control over whether or not you use a high-pass filter or just a flat response. High-pass filter is usually useful for reducing low-frequency rumble. For example, when the mic stand is bumped or the boom pole is bumped, or in some cases, a little bit of wind as well. In terms of gain control, you can go with unity gain or just 0, or you can cut it by 10 dB or actually go to plus 20 dB. So this really puts out a very strong signal for a mic in this class. I was actually pretty impressed. I recorded it into my Zoom H1 at the plus 20 gain level, and the output signal was so hot that it just wouldn't work. It was just producing so much signal that the Zoom H1 couldn't really handle it. So it should be able to work with pretty much any camera if you're going to plug it directly into your camera. It runs on a 9-volt battery. RØDE claims that you can get 70 hours of battery life out of a 9-volt battery, which is pretty impressive. It's nice to not have to change that battery all the time. And that seems in line with most of my experiences with other microphones in terms of battery life. Now, in this case, and for those of you that have followed the channel for a while, you know that I really like to get the mic closer to the talent. So in this case here, I am actually booming the mic above me here. It is about 40 to 60 centimeters away from me. And that's usually my preferred way to use a boom mic or a shotgun mic like this. And the reason I like to do that is you just get a much better sound. Here's an example comparing it, what it sounds like when you put the mic on the camera. And for reference, here's an example of the mic mounted on top of the camera. The camera is about 1.5 meters from me, maybe 2 meters, probably closer to 1.5 meters. Mic mounted on top, Panasonic Lumix GH4, just so you can see why I'm not a huge fan of using the mic this way when I don't have to. Now in this case, again, I have it just boomed above me here. I'm recording into the Zoom H1, and the Zoom H1 is sort of perched up on this boom as well. This is not necessarily what I would recommend in terms of the best way to mount this. This is sort of a hack job here. The cold shoe mount on this microphone is actually metal, which was a very good choice on RØDE's part. The locking nut is actually plastic, but the metal seems very, very solid, so I think it should last a good long time. Not only can it be mounted on cold shoes, it also has a 3/8 inch tap on the bottom, which means you can attach it to standard threaded boom poles. Here's one more configuration. In this case, I have the RØDE VideoMic Pro here. I have connected it to a RØDE VC1 extension cable, which is just a 3.5 millimeter TRS extension cable that goes back to my camera, which is a Panasonic GH1. So this is the RØDE VideoMic Pro recording directly into my Panasonic Lumix GH4, but I have the mic close to me, again, 40 to 60 centimeters from me. So that extension cable lets you work back where you normally would work as far as distance from camera to talent, but it gets the mic a lot closer. So again, all of this audio, no processing aside from some mild compression and then loudness normalizing it to minus 16 LUFS so that you can hear exactly what it sounds like coming directly out of the camera. In my test so far, it does sound like for voices that are particularly sibilant, like my own, there's going to be a little bit of that. So you can always obviously do some de-essing, but for a lot of people's voices, it'll work just fine. So there we have a quick overview. If you have any questions about this mic, go ahead and leave those down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that. We'll be sure to get you more great videos on how to improve your lighting and sound for video. Talk to you soon.